Well, thanks, and a tough act to follow, Doctor. There. He is our neighbor. He's just down the street from our station, so I'm glad he was there to help represent Caldwell, too. So I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this event tonight and to represent the Caldwell firefighters. And you pronounced my name right, so thank you on that. It's a first. My name, like she said, was Marc Maiello. I'm the president of the Caldwell Firefighters, Local 1821. Just to give a little bit of my union background, I come from a strong union family. My father, uncles, cousins are all either firefighters or police officers back in New York, so I guess I could brag that I'm a full-blooded Italian union president from back east, which means I'm going to be difficult to deal with and probably the longest-winded person up here tonight. I've also served as a firefighter for the Caldwell community for the last 20 years. And firefighting is definitely a difficult and stressful job, but I like to boast that it's the best job in the world. Of course, there's probably a couple police officers that are out there having my car towed right now just to prove otherwise. I'm safe. We all parked in the fire lane, of course. The years that I've had in service, though, has definitely been rewarding, and it's been a blessing to be able to serve the community in so many ways, and an honor to serve with such a great group of firefighters like we have there in Caldwell. Those firefighters who continually strive to serve our community and make it a better place. They serve as role models and help out in our schools. They work along with many charities like the MDA. And along with responding on emergencies, we've been able to set up a way to meet the immediate needs and to provide financial relief to citizens and families after they've suffered from some of their greatest tragedies. And often a lot of these extras that the firefighters do are done on their off-duty time. For example, one of our firefighters who's here with me tonight, Rob Bailey, he's braved the cold weather for the last few years and stood up on top of the roof of our fire station, and he's been able to collect around 2,000 coats for needing families in our community. Now, if you ask any of these firefighters why they do their jobs, you'll never hear them say it's because of the pay or benefit, but instead they'll tell you that humbly that they do it because they take pride in helping their neighbors and being part of the community. And like I said, helping their neighbors in their greatest times and under some of the most difficult emergencies. When we think of firefighters going to the rescue and some of those emergencies, we picture them running into burning buildings or racing against the clock to extricate a patient from a vehicle, or even that picture of rescuing a cat out of a tree. But lately, however, the firefighters have been working in other ways, in making large sacrifices to protect their communities in these difficult economic times. And we've certainly seen that true with the Caldwell Fire Department. Over the last 2 years, the union firefighters there agreed to turn back 6% in salary increases and have continued to work 12 furlough days. This year they've agreed to, thank you. This year they've agreed to further cuts to their hourly wages and have taken a lot of cuts to their benefits in order to preserve adequate staffing levels for emergency response. Our city felt that they had no other alternatives but to make a reduction to the labor force, which meant that they were stealing firefighters who were available to go on those emergencies calls. But the workers stood up to provide positive solutions to be able to maintain the safety of our peers and that of our neighbors. They were difficult choices for us to have to make, and they've definitely put burdens onto our families. I think of one family that we have working in our department, the Garcia Gigray family. This family has a long tradition of serving the Caldwell community. Their father is a battalion chief in our department, and his son and son-in-law are both experienced Caldwell firefighters. When the city was planning on laying off some firefighters, but through a cooperative effort between the city officials and the union, we were able to avoid 6 layoffs. 2 of those layoffs would have been the sons in this family. Now, to make that possible, the father took an early retirement, and the 2 sons, along with the rest of the union firefighters, took a 5% cut to their hourly wages, along with other benefit reductions. The son-in-law there is Will Gigray. He has 4 children, ages 1 through 9, and just in order to be able to make ends meet, he works a second job full-time, which means his work week runs around 80 to 90 hours. Will said, "It's very difficult because I miss a lot of events with my family, such as birthdays and holidays. The recent cuts mean more work for less pay, but they are all sacrifices my family understands and ones I'm willing to do in order to help other families that are struggling in Caldwell." And we've certainly seen this true of all the firefighters around the state, that they've been willing to stand up and help bear the burden in this difficult economy. The firefighters in Caldwell are shining examples of being willing to give back and give up. And I'm proud to and grateful to work with such a self-sacrificing group. But we consider ourselves part of a larger group, a group that we've seen here tonight, a group that I'm proud to say that we're part of with the other union brothers and sisters in the state: carpenters, electricians, sanitation workers, police officers, plumbers, teachers, waiters, and waitresses. We've heard a lot of stories tonight, and we're going to continue to hear stories about the sacrifices Idaho workers are willing to make in these difficult times. And what we've been able to accomplish in the city of Caldwell shows that the hardworking men and women of Idaho want what's best for our communities. As I look out, I see a lot of the workers in the audience tonight, and I know you understand what I'm saying, and I hope what we're saying up here from the podium gets heard. And I just hope that the sacrifices that we're making are not forgotten. Thank you.